Yo, what's going on, Dragon Ballers? Welcome back to another video. We are getting back into the Zenkai series reveals, and we're finally going to talk about the main set now that we are done talking about the starter decks for Zenkai series. And today, we'll be talking about an archetype that I honestly think brings green back to the forefront of the meta as far as, like, you know, ban list changes and stuff. We don't know, that can always impact things, but my point is this green archetype, as well as the other one that we'll probably talk about tomorrow, seems really good. It's finally just like we're finally done with these ultra gimmicky green strategies, it feels like, and there is a gimmick to this stuff, don't get me wrong, but this one actually seems good, so I'm pretty excited about it. So that being said, if you guys are new here, make sure to subscribe, hit that bell so you never miss a Dragon Ball Super video. But today, guys, if you really want to support the channel, consider checking out the Patreon down in the description. You guys can read the competitive articles that I have posted there, might help get your game up, and you guys can inquire about coaching if you're interested in that. Anyways, let's get started. Alright, so we have a Master Roshi leader, and finally a good Master Roshi leader, I might add. When this card's placed in your leader area, activate one Master Roshi's training from your deck. So you know that when a leader activates a field card, it's basically got an extra book of text attached to it. When this card attacks a leader or unison, draw one and add up to one card from life to hand, so you have built-in Self-Awaken. A little awkward that it has to attack a leader or a unison, but it's fine. Awaken, release 4 or less, or you have 3 or more Turtle School cards with energy costs of 3 or more in play, draw 2. And then on the Awaken side, when this card attacks, draw 1, then use up to 1 green Turtle School card with 5,000 combo from your drop in a combo with skills negated for the turn. So we have that free ability to rack up Z energy. Activate battle, choose one Master Roshi's training in your battle area and place it in the owner's drop. For each Turtle School with a different character name in your Z energy, this card gets plus 5k and double strike for the battle. So I think there's 3 different Turtle Schools. I'm not sure if Master Roshi counts one himself in the main deck, but at least 15k combo on top for having those 3 Z energy is kind of neat. So before we get to Master Roshi's training, take important notice here that on the unawakened side, Roshi is an Earthling Turtle School card, and on the Awakened side, he's a Sand Earthling World Tournament Turtle School. The biggest one to note there being the World Tournament tag. That gives us access to a cool card that we'll look at later. But anyways, Master Roshi's training, we have a 3-drop field card, activate main once per turn, place 1 card from your hand at the bottom of your deck, then play up to 1 green Turtle School card with energy cost of 1 from your deck, then shuffle your deck. These are a lot of our cantrips, so basically turning any card in our hand into a cantrip is pretty awesome. Activate main once per turn, play up to 2 Turtle School cards with energy cost of 1 from your deck and or drop in your opponent's battle area in rest mode with their skills negated for the turn. Then shuffle your deck if you look through it. You can't play non-World Tournament or non-Turtle School battle cards for the turn, and this is going to be a pretty important skill for some stuff we'll see later. But yeah, firstly, leader seems good, has that built-in double strike win con that we're pretty much used to seeing at activate battle speed, no less. So you can swing with your leader and use the activate battle without having to commit to it before swinging, which is really cool. Leader seems real strong. Field card seems good as well. Let's see what the main deck has to offer. So here are all of our cantrips. So Yamcha, Training's Beginning. Permanent, this card can't be KO'd by skills. They all share that permanent. And they all also share the auto, which is when this card's using the combo from your battle area, it gets minus 4k combo for the battle. So this basically is to punish your opponent, I guess. Like, if you play these to your opponent's field and they get comboed, I believe they get their skills back, but this auto will trigger, basically making it a 1k combo, which is not very much. So kind of good there if your opponent ends up, like, surviving these on their board. Anyways, when this card's played, look at the top 5 of your deck. This is Yamcha we're reading. Add up to 1 green Turtle School card with energy cost of 5 or less among them to your hand, then shuffle your deck. So he searches out most of your Turtle School cards. Krillin is a simple play it, draw 1, and then Goku, Training's Beginning is when this card's played, look at the top 3 cards from the top of your deck. Add up to 1 green Turtle School among them to your hand, then place your remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. But yeah, I love the iconic scene of Goku and Krillin here carrying the milk crates. I actually have this this Goku figure in my room, which is awesome. But yeah, all these are playable off of the field cards, so keep that in mind. And you will want to play them to your opponent's board for some cards that we'll check out right now. So Yamcha skills improved. We have a 3-drop 20k auto limit 1 for a green. Choose one of your green Turtle School Yamcha cards with energy cost of 1 and place it in the owner's drop. When one of your cards attacks and KOs an opponent's battle card, which is the card you're going to give them from your field card, draw one card and play this card from your hand. So a cantrip 20k 1-drop seems pretty good. When this card attacks and KOs an opponent's card, switch card to active mode and then choose one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 5 or less and KO it. So this can get you into your other skills improved battle cards, which next up we have Goku. Auto limit 1 for a green. If you choose one of your green Turtle School Goku childhood cards with energy cost of 1 and place it in the owner's drop. When one of your cards attacks and KOs an opponent's battle card, draw one card and play this card from your hand. Auto limit 1, when this card attacks and KOs an opponent's battle card, switch card to active mode and your opponent discards one card from their hand. And then we have Krillin, which is actually a super souped up card. Auto limit 1 for a green. If you have 3 or more energy and you choose one of your green Turtle School Krillin childhood with energy cost of 1 and place it in the owner's drop. When one of your cards attacks and KOs an opponent's battle card, play this card from your hand. Auto limit 1, if this card's in a battle, when your opponent activates a counter skill, they discard a card from their hand. So I find it kind of funny they chose Krillin to have the best stats out of all of them, but I mean, still, these cards are real good, and we've seen gimmicks in the past like this where you need to attack into battle cards and KO them in order to resolve your effects, but this field card for this deck makes that so easy because you're putting these little weenies onto your opponent's board in rest mode. So just what's your opponent going to do? Negate the attack or over combo a little 4k battle card? Like, it's probably going to die and you're probably going to play these cards. So it almost makes them costless in a sense, and it seems real good in my opinion. So I like they kind of took the gimmick from like Champa and Beerus and made it actually playable. That's a really cool thing in my opinion. Then we have some other new cards for the deck. So we have Goku, Krillin, and Yamcha, Turtle School Inheritors. 3-drop 20k with a 2Z cost. We have Deflect, Activate Main. If your opponent has 3 or more energy and you place one Turtle School card from your Z energy in the owner's drop, play up to one green Turtle School card, 20k power, that doesn't have Master Roshi and which you haven't played this turn from your deck with its keyword skills negated for the turn, then shuffle your deck. So yeah, you can summon any of the cards we just read, albeit Krillin will come in without its critical dual attack, but still, like, whichever one applies to the situation that you need. Like, Yamcha comes in and can KO additional battle cards, Goku can come in and make your opponent pitch cards, Krillin comes in and punishes your opponent for negating, so whichever one you need for the situation, this Z card can bring in, which is kind of cool. Then we have Yurine, Crane School Witchcraft Master. I'll be honest, I have no idea what character this is. I guess she's from Tien and Chaozu School, but a 1-drop 5k unison, Empower Green 4. If this card has 5 or more markers on it, when this card is played, choose one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. Not bad. Activate main +2. Choose one of your green battle cards with energy cost of 2 or less, and it gets +5k for the turn. I don't really know how that's supposed to be best utilized in this deck because most of the cards we read on the previous slide were 3-drops, and like, do you really want to buff your 1-drop weenies? I don't really think so. So again, I'm not really sure how this unison kind of plays in, but activate main -4, choose one of your green leaders and it gets +5,000 power and double strike for the turn. So honestly, this unison is pretty unimpressive, but there are a million good green unisons you could play in this deck, so I'm not really worried about that. Yeah, this unison just feels kind of weird and out of place. But anyways, then we have the boss monster for the deck, Son Goku Fated Rival. We have a 6-drop, 30k, double strike barrier, evolve for 3 over a Goku childhood with the cost of 3 or more. Auto, if your leader is green and this card's played, choose one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and KO it. So generic green barrier removal is solid. Activate main for 2 green if your opponent has 3 or more energy, and you place one of your Sand, Earthling, or Namekian cards, all green, from your Z energy at the bottom of the owner's deck. Play this card from your hand. Keep in mind, he is a Sand, World Tournament, and Turtle School card. So this is actually playable in any green deck that can support a Sand or Earthling or Namekian in the Z energy, which is actually going to be relevant for the King Piccolo deck we'll talk about tomorrow. But yeah, this card seems solid. For 2 energy, a 30k barrier double striker. Big fan of this card. So not only has green gotten a good archetype, it seems like, but also just a generic good green card, which green kind of just needs more of for other green decks to kind of thrive. And the final thing I want to talk about here, guys, more good World Tournament support. So again, on the Awakened side of this leader, we are a World Tournament leader. That doesn't matter necessarily for Goku, the long-awaited rematch, and Tien, long-awaited rematch, but they're still good World Tournament cards. So basically, when you have both of them in play, you get a board wipe, as well as Goku becoming a 25k triple striker. Goku gets played for 1, Tien gets played for 2. It just seems like a very, very good engine to play in this deck. And you might also end up playing the announcers that, you know, give you more draw power and search out other World Tournament cards. That could also be a thing too. Then there's also King Piccolo Limitless Power. This card's kind of crazy for its time, actually. 4-drop 20k double strike, and it's so funny this still is a card that explains what double strike does. But anyways, activate main. If you have 4 or more energy, you may choose 2 World Tournament cards in any battle area, negate their skills for duration of the turn, place them in the owner's drops, and then if you do, play this card from your hand, and you can't activate copies of this card for the turn. So this is a free play 20k double striker as long as you sacrifice 2 World Tournaments. And if you're in a mirror match, you can sacrifice your opponent's World Tournament battle cards. Like, that's just a really cool thing this deck can do. So overall, guys, this archetype in this deck and the cards in it seem really, really good. Again, I like the fact they're taking this gimmick that was really, really bad in Champa and Beerus and actually making it playable. I'm a big fan of that. So, of course, as always, I want in the comments below, what do you guys think about Roshi coming out in the first set of Zenkai? Let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.